Hey guys, how you doing? Hello, hello. Welcome to the show. It's me, Chris, the Absolute DM. AKA, your boy. AKA Chris, the Absolute Legend. AKA, your boy. Hope y'all are doing great today. It's great to see y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button, stay subscribed, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. It is so good to see you guys for another campaign diary stream. This stream's gonna be quite short. I'm gonna try and get through this without making it too long-winded, but if we have any discussions to have, maybe we'll throw those in at the end, but we'll see what happens. We're talking about Elder Vale, my campaign going on. For those of you who don't know, of course, it is the campaign I'm DMing for my wife and my in-laws, her family. Good stuff. Session 5 happened recently. Very short session, which is why it's going to be a short campaign diary stream, but it's going to be great. It's going to be good. A lot of favorite numbers in chat. 12 is Creator Hates, 5 for Bitbot, 5 Cats loves the number 8, Misery likes 7, a classic. The reason why 14 is my favorite number, there's many reasons. I met my first love, or my first crush, I should say, my first major crush when I was 14. I was number 14 when I played baseball as a kid. There was like 3 other reasons. And Misery pointed it out. One reason, that is one reason, because it's double lucky number 7. It's twice as lucky. So there you go. Also, if you roll a 14 on a d20, you probably succeeded. So it's good enough. Like me. I'm not a nat 20, but I'm good enough. When you factor in the bonuses. Heck yeah. Where's Hoff, says Fuckcats. I was promised premium Hoff content. That is how you spell it. Congratulations, you spelled it right. Here's Hoff. There he is. What a guy. We all love Hoff. He was the star of the show last campaign diary, and he's still kind of the star of the show this time. That's why I made him the thumbnail. Hoff's been doing a lot lately. Our favorite chaotic wacky monk. If your favorite number is double digits, doesn't it mean the numbers that make up the number are also your favorites? Medical meme. Spitting some straight logic. True. Zoom in on that bicep. I went to the wrong screen, sorry. Computer, enhance. Enhance on that bicep. There's our party. But anyway, now that people are blowing in here, we're gonna begin the show. We'll begin talking about Elder Vale, the adventure, the campaign, the epic quest. Let's see. Oh, Stasheko. My love for 16. 2, because it's the only even prime number, and 14 is 2 times 2, 16 is 4 times 4. First square. Yes. Math reasons. It's true. It's like the OCD part of your brain gets really happy when all the numbers line up like that. Makes sense. All right, guys, so let's talk about... I keep going to that screen. Starting soon, guys. Oh. That's just different. That was just a wacky one. Why does that still exist? Oh, we're already off to a fucking scuffed-ass start. This is what you get when you sign into a stream. For those of you who missed the legendary mukbang, go watch the mukbang. It's on my main channel, Chris the Absolute Legend, I mean. Beep! Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Chris the Absolute DM. Welcome to another Chris the Absolute DM campaign diary stream starring me, your boy. Wow, it's great to see you guys. Okay. I'm so out of sorts lately, guys. Listen, for those of you who are keeping up with me, I've been really out of sorts lately. My brain has been so wacky for the past like month or more. So I apologize if things are going to be scuffed for the foreseeable future, but hey, I'm glad to have you guys. Let's get into it. So, how many screen transitions do you have, Ask 5 Cats? Bro. You don't even know. I'll go through them. Remind me like in a mainstream to go through all my screens. Not right now. To go through all my screens. Alright, so let's give a very, very quick recap of the entire story so far. Extremely quick for those of you who need a bit of a refresher. This story is about our heroes. From left to right, Leah, the Wood Elf Ranger, Rhonda, the human paladin of Pelor, Morgaine, the Green Dragonborn Druid, and Hoff, the halfling monkey monk. Our gang arrived in the Elder Vale, Mysterious Valley, after being contacted by Tanner Harsk, who then died, because when you leave the Elder Vale, you die. These players have the curse of Nether and Daz on them now. They got to the town of Hogwood, the trading town in the Elder Vale. They met some fine folks. Hogfest is coming up. Get hyped for Hogfest. Not here yet, but it's coming real soon. They did some preparations. The pigs got away. Oh no. So they chased the pigs to the Snorting Thicket, which is this area here. They fought. Not that guy. that wrong picture. Oh, I don't have that. They fight the King Hog. They didn't fight that. I don't know what that is. No one knows what that is. They fought King Hog to prove themselves to the orcs of the Snorting Thicket and got the pigs back. Now they're back in Hogwood. They proved themselves to Tanner Harsk's old mentor, Cecil. And Cecil queued in the party of 4 key people in Hogwood who might know a thing or two about Nether and Daz and how Nether and Daz, Nether and Daz, keeps an eye on the people of Hogwood and how he manipulates their emotions to the point where every week or two there's a murder and then he comes and collects the body. How does Nether and Daz do that? I mean, he's got magic and curses, but how specifically does he do it? How does he maintain that control? The party's trying to find out by asking 4 individuals. Last time, they asked our young orphan boy, Nathan, who has a sick sister, and he revealed 1 that he knows of. But there's 3 more. He revealed a symbol. One of Nether Daz's spooky symbols. What do the symbols do exactly? How do they work? We'll find out soon, hopefully. But anyway, welcome Newbank, and welcome everyone else. I hope you enjoy the show. That's the campaign so far. But definitely excited for Barleywell. It won't... See, I might make them go to Barleywell next, or I might let the party decide if they want to go to Barleywell or Stone Toss. Maybe I'll make them decide which town to go to after Hogwood's adventure is wrapped up, which is going to be soon, because Hogfest is happening. Question for the Mark of Daz. Would it fade with Daz's death, or would it persist after his death? Good question. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we need to decide that in a campaign building stream. We'll see. Let's hope it disappears, or else we're going to beat him, and then we're all stuck in the Vale anyway. We'll see. But anyways, guys, let's talk about the most recent session. I have some notes here. So, the last session left off with Hoff, for those of you who may remember, Hoff interacting with young Nathan, the orphan boy. There's a touching moment between Hoff and Nathan where Hoff was like, "Hey, listen, I was a thief before. I was down on my luck. I was all alone, fighting for myself out there. And then I met friends, and they helped everything. Now I'm with people that I love and trust, and that's great. We shouldn't look down on young boy." So he went back to the party and was like, "Guys, we gotta help Nathan." Now, they all have their quest to find, investigate these 4 individuals, one of which was young Nathan. There's 3 more that to find. But Hoff is dead set on helping this boy. He really is. And so the session started with him basically being like, "I have an idea. I have an idea on how to help this boy. And since there are 3 other party members, Leah, Morgaine, Rhonda, and 3 other people to go investigate, the party decided, hey, Hoff, why don't you go do that on your own while we 3 go do the thing we're supposed to do? And then everyone was like, sounds good. Great. Divide and conquer. Don't split the party. But now it's fine, because things are safe. But once we get to dungeons, then don't split the party, guys. Y'all know. Bro, Nathan just went, screw off, old man. That was a one-way street. That's true, but hey, we'll see. We'll see. So anyway, Rhonda, Morgaine, and Leah were pretty unconvinced that Tarek, the apothecary owner, would want to show enmity toward young Nathan, but Hoff was dedicated in his mission to help the kid. Hoff's plan was basically to convince Tarek to take the kid as an employee. He's like, what if the kid works, and actually does a good job, and is allowed to buy product to help his sister from the apothecary, help his sick younger sister. And Morgaine was like, that apothecary owner, he's a nice guy, but he doesn't like that kid, so you know, good luck, Hoff. But Hoff was like, I'm gonna do it. And Hoff's specific plan was that he was going to say, hey, you can report directly to me if the kid gives you trouble. Hoff's like, the kid's intimidated by me. I've sufficiently imposed myself on this kid. He's gonna listen to me, right? So if he gives you any trouble, you just let me know, but he won't give you trouble. He rolled some persuasion checks. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. Did it work or not? Rhonda was the first person to actually go and do their little quest. Rhonda went to the All Temple, because if you guys remember, one of the 4 individuals with potential information was Father Samuel of the All Temple, the head priest of the town church. So she went there, knowing, of course, that she's a paladin, so she's like, I can probably pull a favor with this guy. We connect. Everyone was like, yeah, totally. So she went there. The cleric said that he has reported an odd feeling in the air, in his soul, whenever the emotion meter that you guys call Netherlandaz's emotional manipulation, whenever the emotion meter is close to reaching maximum before a murder happens, Father Samuel gets a bad feeling a day or 2 before that happens. He says that it's happened several times now, but he's only really noticed it, the parallel, the timing, for the past couple months or so. He told Rhonda this, but then she kind of stopped her investigations. He did say, specifically, he said, I feel it in the church. Specifically, when I'm at my house or out in the town, I don't feel it. It's in the church when I feel it bad. But Rhonda did not think to investigate the church. She just said, all right, sounds good. Next time you feel that, come report to me and my friends. And he was like, okay, sounds good. And that was basically it. At the time, they'd only seen the one symbol that Nathan talked about. They actually haven't even seen any of the symbols yet at this point. So she doesn't know to, like, if she should look around the church or anything like that. But then she basically leaves. So that's when we went to Hoff as the apothecary. This deserves a bit of an upbeat song. Because Hoff shenanigans are always fun. So Hoff went to the apothecary, talked to the herbalist behind the counter, and he started off playing the part of a neutral customer. It was basically just like, oh yes, I would like to browse your product. He bought some of the same herb that Nathan needed, the worm root. And then he was basically like, so, get any odd types around here? Any troublemakers? And the guy's like, oh yes, there's this one boy. He is not good. He steals my product. And Hoff was like, oh, do you mean Nathan, the young boy who needs wormwood? And he's like, yes, that one. And Hoff basically Hoff, for those of you who don't remember his backstory, Hoff, he used to lead a life of organized crime, basically. he used to work for some charlatans, some con men. So he's like, he knows how to swing a deal. At least he thinks he does. Medical meme. They've already had this conversation. Leah had the conversation with Tarek, but she wasn't trying to make a deal. Hoffman was like, all right, so here's the deal, man. And he made his persuasion check, basically what I described. He said, listen, have the kid work for you. And if he gets into trouble, you come to me. Unfortunately, he rolled too low. Tarek is like, no, sorry, I'm not interested. This kid is a thief. I don't want him anywhere near my shop. But he did roll sort of middle of the road results. So the shopkeeper said, okay, listen. You seem to have it. You seem to have, if you feel some kind of way about this kid, for some reason you seem to think that it's really important that he gets this job and gets money and is allowed to buy stuff from me. So if I see that this kid has cleaned up his act, has straightened up, I'll think about it. He basically said, I'll think about it if I see that this kid can turn his life around first. Hoff was like, all right, sounds good. That's fair. You're a fair man. You know, he shook his hand and he headed out. As a DM, unless they roll like very, very, very low, in which case you just say, no, you fail, sorry. But he rolled like a 12, 13. Hoff rolled a 12 or 13, so that was below my DC that I set. It was a difficult DC. I think it was like a 17 or 19 I had to roll. Because it would not be easy to convince this guy. But since he rolled like... He didn't fail by a whole lot, I left the door open for a maybe. You know, as a DM, consider being like, no, but, you know, no, but. It's a powerful technique as a DM. The no, but. Five cats, what'd you miss? Rhonda went to investigate the temple. She talked to the priest. And then Hoff went to convince the apothecary owner to let Nathan shop or have a job. And he failed that. But in the future, maybe Nathan will get a job. We'll see. Depends on how they play their cards. So, next. All right, guys. Hold on. All right, guys. Next is the moment you've all been waiting for. Morgaine was next, and Morgaine was tasked with going to talk to Dimble Flutterfoot, the former comedian of the mayor turned chimney sweeper. He was banished to a life of chimney sweeping because the mayor hated his jokes so much. Morgaine was going to go talk to this guy and ask him what he knows. We gave this guy a whole lot of bad jokes to tell, which Hogfest hasn't happened yet, so his comedy show hasn't happened yet. But I did throw in a few zingers. And after we made the idea to come up with this bad comedian in my Fallout New Vegas playthrough on my main channel, go watch me play Fallout New Vegas over there, we ran into a delightful NPC in Fallout New Vegas named Billy Knight, who's a bad stand-up comedian who's throwing puns and zingers at you constantly, and we all fucking love him. Favorite NPC in the game, for sure, hands down. So I decided to base Dimble Flutterfoot a little bit on Billy Knight. Lots of, ay, 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 ha-cha-cha, oh no, ding-dong. Lots of those thrown in there. And I have some sound bites for you. I record all of my Elder Vale sessions. I don't post the whole gameplay for you because the players aren't super comfortable basically performing for a lot, you know, for an audience. But they told me every so often, if you want to pull some, you know, some sound bites, you can. So we've got some Dimble Flutterfoot sound bites. What jokes did you tell? I didn't tell very many jokes that you guys gave me because those are more like stand-up comedy jokes. But I told a few Billy Knight jokes, and I think I told one or two of the goat jokes you guys gave me. I can't remember. And the sound bites you're about to hear are edited down, chopped up a little bit. Some context is cut out. I just kind of got to the good parts. Best character in general is this bit, but yeah, not even in Fallout New Vegas, just in general. Exactly. True. So I will preface this by saying, now, part of the campaign diary is not only to report to you guys what's happening in Elder Vale, but also be a diary for myself. It's also meant for me to reflect on my DMing and to learn from my mistakes and help you guys learn from my mistakes. One thing that I've been struggling with lately as a DM is I think because I haven't been DMing a lot lately, and I just took like a 3-month break from DMing basically because all of our campaigns went on hold. I've been struggling a lot with confidence issues. Specifically, like just saying things as NPCs, having NPCs speak. I feel like I have to constantly check my notes to make sure I know what they're saying. One remedy to this that I plan on employing is for the next session, I'm going to thoroughly read all my notes before the session, which I neglect to do. And also just try to like fucking stop thinking about it so much. So you're going to hear these jokes. I can't spit them out quite right because I'm kind of stumbling over my words because I'm not very confident in this session for some reason. So I'm going to try and work on that. But it kind of works for this particular character, for Dimble Flutterfoot, the shitty, corny comedian, because he can't spit the jokes out right and is not a very good public speaker. It kind of works out for me in a sense. So with that preface out of the way, because I wanted to bring that to your attention, that that's something I'm working on. Let's hear some Dimble Flutterfoot sound bites. So basically, Morgane went from one business to the next and found a clean chimney. She literally was like, "That chimney looks clean, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." So she asked the store owner, it was a dyer, "Hey, do you get chimney swept by a professional?" He said, "Yeah, Dimple Flutterfoot." "Where'd he go?" "Down that way." And then she found him. So she found Dimple Flutterfoot. He came down the chimney, and she started asking him questions. You're not going to hear the entire conversation, just the fun parts. So here they are. Without any further ado.
And I say, "Well, hello there."
Ah! He kind of looks up at you. "Well, hello." And he's...
I mean to scare you, little guy.
He...
That's so condescending.
Yeah, it is. I was about to say, he, his eye kind of twitches at that. "Oh yeah, no worries. It's fine. Big lady."
Big lady.
What a coincidence. I've actually been looking for you.
"Looking for me, huh?"
Yep.
Not everyone wants to find me. Matter of fact, most people chase me out.
Oh. Can't imagine why. I've heard...
When you hear the little silent bits like that, that's indicating that there's a cut. So I left the silent bits in so that you guys can tell when there's a cut.
I've heard you know something about the evil that's been going on.
He says, the evil been going on. Are you talking about Nether and Daz or my wife? Oh no! He says,
Yeah.
Terrible.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Been in love with the same woman for 17 years. But don't tell my wife. If she ever finds out, she'll kill me. Oh no! Ha-cha-cha. You see, I take my wife everywhere, but somehow she keeps finding her way back. Ha-cha-cha. Anyway, we're talking about Nether and Daz now, right? Creepy guy. He kind of puts his hand on his face. He says, "Huh. Trying to get to the bottom of this, eh? Trying to get to the bottom of this whole Nether and Daz situation?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're trying to get to the bottom, better start at the top.
All right.
Top of the chimney, that is. I'm working a chimney sweeper right now. That's my gig. That's my day job.
Now you want to be a comedian?
Wannabe? That's what they used to call me. Zing! Yeah. So there's a few more coming up, but there was a pause here when Morgane basically went back to talk to Moira about him getting his comedian gig. But he's so incredibly awkward because of how awkward I am. Because again, this whole session, I was off my game roleplay wise. Just a confidence thing. I was just not in it. But it really worked out for this character. A happy accident. Instead of being like Billy Knight, who in the game is like, haha, oh no, zing! Like, he's very like, this guy's like, like, it kind of got a little messed up by me, but it worked out. Anyway, so Morgane then went to talk to Moira, who's the organizer of Hogfest, and asked her, can he get a comedy show? And Moira was basically, well, she told the story about Dimple Flutterfoot. He was like, oh, that guy, oh no. She revealed the backstory of how he was a jester for the mayor. The mayor hated his joke so much that he banished him to become a chimney sweeper. So Moira says, as a favor, to return the favor of you helping bring the pigs back, I'll give him a show. Sorry, I keep getting their names confused. Morgaine pulled that card. She pulled the, well, you know, if you want to make things even between us, and Moira was like, damn it. So then Morgaine got a little receipt saying that you've got a slot in the show, and went back to Dimple Flutterfoot to report that news and get the information from him. So, more Dimple.
Knock on the chimney.
From up in the chimney here. Who's there?
Lizard.
Lizard who?
I have something for you.
Not a very good joke. That's not funny. Remember that Morgaine calls herself Lizard. They have their cover names. Susie, Lacey, Lizard, and Humph.
I've got some good news.
Oh, man. Haven't had that in years. What's it taste like? Oh, no. Did he just say that?
You'll be right after the drinking contest.
Oh, man. That's like comedy on easy mode.
What about your part of the deal, my friend?
Oh, boy. You drive a hard bargain. I was hoping for a soft one. Zing!
Spill it.
All right, spill the beans, she says. I ain't got any beans. Haven't had beans in years. I can't afford them. Oh, no. I'm sad. So, what's up, CPR? Glad you're here. So... This next part's a little bit of improv on my part. Morgaine, so Dimple described how he saw a mark, one of Netherindaz's marks, which we don't know what it is yet, but one of those marks up in the chimney. And Morgaine asked him how long has it been there, basically, and did it occur around the time that his curse began or whatever. And so Dimple started thinking, and this is this next part. Let me think. Think, Dimple, think. I know it's not your strong suit. Oh no, I failed school. What? Did he just say that? Ha-cha-cha. Ay, zing. Oh no. He just starts like nervous ticking as he thinks.
Oh.
So I gave him the like sort of personality trait that when he starts getting nervous or in deep thought, he just starts kind of like his little zings are like nervous ticks. So he starts just going, oh no, ay, ha-cha-cha, ding dong. Did he just say that? What? Zing, ha-cha-cha, oh no. Like he just trails off.
I guess I'll see you on stage tomorrow.
Hey, that you will. And I'll knock it out of the park. I'll really make them laugh. Because if they don't, I'm gonna tell them that you sent me there. They'll throw tomatoes at you instead. Ha-cha-cha.
And I just hiss.
As you do that, he flinches and he goes, oh no! And he...
I'm just messing with you. That was my joke.
Wow, that was pretty good. Maybe you should join me on stage. If you didn't catch it, Morgaine hissed at him. She fucking... And he went, oh no! So she might join him on stage. Guys, Morgaine and Dimple Flutterfoot, the tag team comedy duo. We might get it. Better pack it up for today. I'm all out of corny jokes. But I've got a lot of porky ones. Haha, ah-cha-cha. And he runs off. That was one. That might have been Abner's joke. A lot of corny jokes, but I've got plenty of porky ones. Yes, Stout Shaco. That's exactly what Morgaine said. I cut that part out, but Morgaine literally said, "Hey, every act needs a straight man. I'll be the straight man." And then he said, like, "Straight man, but you're a woman." Ha, cha cha. So that's fun. That was Dimble Flutterfoot's interaction. There's a couple of jokes in there that I cut out because the audio wasn't good or whatever. I did like, oh, my next job is over at Boar's End Inn. Man, I got a room there once. It was so small that when I put my key in the lock, it broke the window. Ay, ay, ay. I told that one, I think. So that was Dimble Flutterfoot. So we learned about the mark. They didn't see it, but he drew it. And Nathan also drew his mark that he saw. So now, and they look similar. They both drew it kind of badly, kind of off, but they both look similar. So this party is starting to piece things together a little bit. Hey, wait a second. There's 2 markings. What? Next and last on the list is Leah, a.k.a. cover name Susie, going to talk to Granny Stormvane, who saw a mysterious figure standing in the town square. That's her mysterious tidbit of info. Misery says, I really suggest that you look at some slapstick comedy to grow some inspiration on some jokes to interact with the characters. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, comedy, being funny, comedy is a skill, is a muscle, and watching comedy shows, or comedy routines is always a great way to learn, comedic timing and stuff. And especially for this character specifically, obviously, yeah. I might watch some Abbott and Costello. Yes, 5 cats. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. So, last event of the session. By the way, real quick, Leah, aka Susie, the ranger. Also, she brought up to me, the DM. She said, well, she brought up to the party in character, but also to the DM out of character, like about the premise of seeking more permanent housing in the town, because they're living in a hotel room right now. So she said, like, hey, is there more permanent housing we could look into? And I was like, ooh. So I'm wondering maybe if the players will get a house, maybe in return for all their good deeds for Hogwood. Maybe the mayor will give them the key to an abandoned house and they can renovate it. Maybe that'll be a fun little party. Gets to customize their home base. Always super, super fun to have a place the players can call their own. Yes, absolutely, Bidbot, for sure. So, last segment here. So after, I basically said, okay, we'll put a pin in that. But since we're running low on time, I said, we're going to do that next time. We'll investigate housing. But right now, Leah, you're going to go and talk to Granny Stormvane, the crazy old lady who can predict the weather. And if y'all liked Dimble Flutterfoot, I think you're going to like Granny Stormvane even more. The players liked her more. They thought she was even funnier. So that's going to be great. I thought they were getting chased out of Hogwood after the fest, says Stout Shaco. Well, spoiler alert for what will probably happen at Hogfest. The bad things will happen, but they're not going to get chased out probably. They're going to win the day and then probably have to fucking rebuild. But yeah. A shed in the middle of all 3 towns that can renovate quickly. Oh, that'd be a fun idea. Like a abandoned shack between the 3 towns. Well, Hogwood is sort of the center of the 3. That's why it's a trade town. Maybe later. Maybe they can start with like a home in the town, and then later on they'll have like a really cool place out in the middle of nowhere with teleporters. That's send them all over the Eldervale. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But Granny Stormvane, ladies and gentlemen, and she fits the description. Older lady, very old, who's basically just kind of lumbering around on her walking stick, who's just like, I'm telling you, I done seen it with my own eyes. It's coming out. Just random. You can barely understand half of the words she's saying. And as like a younger couple walks past her, like in their early 20s, she's, you whippersnappers, you come back here, listen to your elders. And yeah, this she's probably the one.
Recipe saved.
Oops.
Recipe saved. She says that. Recipe saved.
I'm sorry.
So, Leah's player, my mother-in-law, has an Alexa, and she just saved a recipe by tapping it on her Alexa screen, but she didn't know that Alexa was gonna yell out, "Recipe saved!" So I fucking... Recipe saved. She says that. And then, so I had Granny Stormvane say, "Recipe saved," and then Leah's player fucking picked up on the improv and pulled a beautiful yes and.
All right, so I'm going to approach Granny Stormvane and ask about her recipe for quick and easy vegetarian tamale pie with brown butter cornbread crust.
Ah, yes, that one. That's my favorite corn and veggie peanut butter rolls. Hello! Aren't you a beautiful young lady? Oh, come here so I can get a look at you. What is your name? My name is, well, I don't know. They call me Stormvane.
My name is Susie. I'm very pleased to meet you.
Susie, I had a daughter named Susie. Where is she?
All the best people are named Susie.
Yes, that's true. Do you have any pecans?
Fortunately, I have no pecans today.
I love myself a good pecan. What do you want to talk about? I was trying really hard not to laugh while I was playing Granny Stormvane. Kratos says, for the little bit of confidence you did great with improv. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I pulled it together by the time Granny Stormvane came through. Dimble was harder to play because I kind of I had to be not funny, but witty. You know, I had to be on top of things, on top of the jokes. But for Granny Stormvane, I just had to play a fucking batshit insane old lady. And she said, okay, so... Leah then asked Granny Stormvane about the weird things happening on it and how she got her name. So that's the next part. And she says, I played some very creepy, like foreboding music to give like the effect that like, oh, she's about to say some really crazy, spooky stuff, which she kind of did. We'll see. And she says, well, strange things always happening in town. Shadows move. The wind speaks. The cold is it's very cold. Do you know why they call me Stormvane, dearie? A long time ago, a great storm came through here during Hogfest, no less. The pigs, they all froze. All of them, they all froze to death. And I knew it was coming, but nobody listened to me. But it happened. And that night in the cold and ice, a cold wind blew, so cold, and something was moving in the snow. And now, every time there's a big storm coming, I always say, the storm is coming, and Granny Stormvane is always right about the storm. Storms always come, and I always know. That's why they keep me around, dearie. And what were we talking about?
Granny, we're talking about the strange happenings in town.
Oh yes,
You're explaining to me what you know.
Yes, very strange, the happenings. The strangest happenings have been happening. She says, so many strange things, but the strangest of them all is the strange figure I see in the town square. Every night I see him, but nobody listens when I say that I see him, even though he's there, standing tall in town square. And his eyes, they watch me. They watch all of us.
Yeesh.
The man stands. His eyes watch. It's one of those weird things, you know, when you notice it one day, but you realize that it's been there all along.
Granny, have you always lived in this town?
I don't know. And that's basically... Oh, darn, there's more. There's more here that I could have cut. Hold on. Been here as long as I can remember. And I remember a lot of things. Like my recipe for the corn peanut something. Recipe saved.
Granny, do you keep your recipes at your house?
I don't have one of those.
You don't have a house?
No.
Where do you live, Granny?
Around.
Around?
Ah,
Well, where do you keep your recipes?
around.
Hi, so I can get a copy of the recipe.
All right, there you go. Hold on, there might be a little bit more. She looks like she's short-circuiting.
Short-circuiting.
I'll have a recipe for you at Hogfest. How's that sound? It's tomorrow, isn't it?
That
Yeah.
sounds great.
Yeah. I don't have that. But I'd like to sleep. Sure, that would be great. All right, there you go. All right. And then later on, Leah was like, maybe we can find you some pecans. And she's like, I love myself a good pecan snack. And they ran into Rhonda on the way back from the temple. And she was like, oh, hello there, dearie. My, what a handsome young man. Call me. And she says that sometimes I sleep in the house on the hill. And that's the church. The church lets her sleep there. And Susie brought Granny to the church, and Father Samuel's like, come on, Granny Stormvane, let's get you some pecans. He has like a jar of pecans. Yeah. Where do you live? Around. Where do you keep your recipes? Around. So she's gonna bring her recipe to Hogfest. Maybe Cookie. Stout Shaco takes care of old Granny in the kitchen and helps her cook her recipe for her vegetarian crusted tamale, something with butternut squash crust or something, whatever she said. That thing. Yeah, Stout, that's a great idea, actually. Hold on, I need to write that down. Next session. I hate pecans. Oh, I have a house. It's right over there. It's very nice. Daughter, heck no. I don't have one of those. And that was pretty much the session. We said, all right, gang all meets back up. So Nathan told them where a marking was, but they haven't seen it yet. Father Samuel told them that he has a weird feeling in the church. Dimble says he saw a weird symbol in the chimney, which they haven't seen yet. And Granny Stormvane said that she sees a man standing in the town square, watching. His eyes are always watching. And we'll see what the party does with that information next time. Let's see. Oh, Misery talking about a home base for the party. Your DM... After beating a mini dungeon in a cave, the DM put a hidden section behind a hidden door, which had a research lab with 4 forged parts, supposed to be a small gleam into your backstory. But they redecorated the cave, made it a base. Instead of a lab, it became an abandoned house / lab of a gnome researcher buying furniture to redecorate. Hell yeah, that's just way fun. Giving your party like a fun little a fun little place to call their own. In a pirate campaign that I've done before, we have ships they can customize. They're pirate ships. A home base, a castle, a business, whatever. That stuff is like some of the best. Oh, yeah. Always watching. Yes, exactly. So that's the session, guys. It was a short one. But, next time, they're going to continue investigating and continue preparing for Hog Fest. I told you guys that these people actually are driving down to Florida for a visit, so we might have an in-person session for Hog Fest, which might be fun. So hopefully we can squeeze in 2 more short sessions, one for further investigations and one for further Hog Fest prep. And then Hog Fest will be a big session in person, maybe. And that's when I'm gonna whip out Dimble Flutterfoot. We're gonna have all the Hogfest games. We're gonna have the pig race, the pig beauty pageant. The party needs to get their pig picked out and trained and customized for the pageant. Yep, I'm gonna speak as Dimble Flutterfoot. I'll try to record the in-person session, just audio only, maybe. So you guys can get the real Dimble Flutterfoot comedy experience for sure. But hell yeah, Cray to Hate. I can't wait either, my friend. Can't wait for the next world building stream and diary stream. World building stream probably won't come for a while just because we're good for now. But we do need to do a world building stream in terms of after Hogfest. What's gonna happen next? You know, after shit gets real at Hogfest and all that winds down, where's this party gonna go next? Maybe it'll be up to them, or maybe we'll say, oh, your quest is bringing you in this direction, you know? We need to decide that as a group, how it's gonna go. But the next session for this campaign will be this Saturday. This Saturday will be the next session. So I might have a campaign diary stream either this Saturday in the evening after the session, immediately after, or maybe next Sunday, or maybe next Monday, which is actually 4th of July, but I don't think I'll be doing anything. So, don't want to feel like we're railroading them. Of course, Stout Shaco, but there is a difference between railroading and giving you direction. Because you might be able to, like, you might say, like, oh, hey, guys, you're the heroes. We heard that bad things are happening over in that town, or things are happening in that town and that town. You guys decide, you know. And these are new players, so they do kind of need to be guided a little bit. So finding that balance is key, and sensing what the players need, you know. But I am happy to report that these players are making this campaign their own, for sure. I mean, Hoff took it on his own little side quest of helping Nathan, which is great. You know, Leah inquired about permanent housing, which opens the door for, like, having their own place here. So they're definitely making the session their own, or making the campaign their own in a lot of ways. So, yeah. Medical Meme says, I just realized we poured all the things into Veilstone and Hogwood. That's true, because it's the first and the last, right? Hogwood is the first town where they're at now, and Veilstone is, like, not the final town they're going to go to. That's probably going to be the evil town. I can't remember what it's called. Was it Thornville? Might have been Thornville. But Veilstone is, like, the most exciting one, because that's, like, you know, where the big stuff is happening. I don't know. What do you know? But, yeah. We have some stuff decided for Barleywell. A couple of very interesting NPCs in Barleywell. A great wizard. And a certain nobleman, I think, Stout Shaco, may live in Barleywell too. I think Stone Toss has seen the least attention in terms of putting things in. But hell yeah. It's gonna be great. So we will convene for a world building stream sometime in the next few weeks, probably next month sometime. and decide what kind of carrot we want to dangle in front of our players' faces for the next leg of the adventure. They're going to level up after Hogfest, so that'll be fun. They're going to level up to level 4. I think this campaign will go to like level 10. So first level up of 7. They're 1/7 of the way through their adventure, you might say. Might make a new NPC later. Go for a medical meme. I'm way behind on the NPC doc. I need to get the NPCs, decide which ones are going to make it in, and to what degree they're going to make it in, and then put them in the NPC document that shows where they are and who's in. I apologize that I haven't done that. Again, your boy's been having a rough time lately, so I'm behind on stuff, but it's all going to get done eventually, and this campaign is going to make great things happen, and I hope you all continue to enjoy. Let's see, was there anything else I wanted to touch on? I think that's about it. If you like watching my gaming streams, tomorrow I'm streaming at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so 2 hours ago, tomorrow, 22 hours from now, playing some more Mountain Blade Warband. The adventure of Chris Robin Wood continues. We are making our great conquest across Calradia. It's going to be great. Didn't mean to do that. We're making our great conquest. But, I'm going to be grinding in that game off camera to get more forces for our great and mighty invasion of the land of Calradia. Oh, South Shaco. Maybe. If you're serious about helping. Bookkeeping. It's bookkeeping type, note-taking, busy work. I might be open to receive help. DM me on Discord. Let's see. Oh, the Traveling Merchant. Yes, Medical Meme. Oh, I love the Traveling Merchant. I remember her. I can't wait to throw her in. She's very fun. We might put her on the road to Barleywell or Stone Toss. Wherever they go, they might encounter her on the road. We need to come up with like 2 or 3 like random encounters. Not actually random, but you know, happenings. We need to put a couple like on the road to wherever they go. That she might be one of them, and one of them might be like a bandit attack or something. You know, we'll see. We'll talk about that. Gonna go now, Misery. Well, hey, listen, it's the end of the stream. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed. Misery, it was great having you here, and everyone else here. Great having you as well. Hey, Five Cats, what time are you getting home on Thursday? Because Thursday is going to be, I think, my final Slime Rancher stream. Because for those who don't know, I actually reached the end of the game on the last stream. Go back and watch that if you haven't already, in preparation. And we're going to do one more Slime Rancher stream to show off the final farm, find our last few goodies, and bring that series to a close. Bitbot conclusion. Big lady. Oh, jeez, man. Oh, boy. Oh, man, South Shaco. Oh, I don't know about all that. I don't want you to have to sit down and... I don't want you to watch my stuff. Yeah. No, but we'll collaborate. I might share the submissions with you, or I'll, you know, we'll figure it out. We'll collab. DM me. I appreciate the offer. We'll see if we can make something happen. All right, Five Cats. Well, since Slime Rancher is your jam, I might delay the Slime Rancher finale until you can watch it, because I want you to be there. So maybe it'll be next Wednesday, but we'll see. Oh, have you, Stout? Okay, well there you go. Oh yeah, CPR. Oh yeah, for your goblin guy. Yeah, we need to think about that, because goblin monstrous races are something I probably am going to not do in this campaign. So a civilized goblin might not happen, unless there might be one town where they are. If you guys remember, Blue Falls Village, I think it's called. That might be like a really out of the way town where there's lots of freaky like monstrous race characters. So we can maybe talk about that in a world building stream. Theme of the next world building stream will be, where is the party going next? The theme of the one after that might be Blue Falls Village. We'll see. And Anyways, guys, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Love y'all so much from the bottom of my heart. Glad you guys have fun. I hope you had fun. If not, too bad. I'm gonna stream tomorrow Warband, Mountain Blade, the Chris Robinwood adventure tomorrow on my main channel at 2 p.m. Eastern time, so see you there for that, hopefully. If not, I'll catch ya at the next Campaign Diary stream. That's it. Have a great night, everyone. I love y'all so much. I hope you have a great afternoon, evening, morning, whatever, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow, and I'll catch y'all on the Discord server of Legends, link down below. Peace out. Have a great day, everybody. Bye! Do you have any pecans? I love a good pecan snack.